How much would you pay for a bottle of beer, if you will probably never drink? Maybe $40 or $50 or even $100. However, we're going to see about an beer bottle sold for $503,300. Yes, an unopened 140-year-old bottle of beer brewed for an Arctic expedition has been sold for $503,300 at auction. The beer, fittingly called Allsopp's Arctic Ale, was brewed in Staffordshire, England for an expedition led by explorer Sir George Nares in 1875, and was recently discovered in a box in a garage in the county of Shropshire, a village about 50 kilometres south of Liverpool. In this video we're going to see the amazing story of Rarest Historic Beer in the world and how this beer sold for $503,300, so kindly watch the video till the end to know all the details. Allsopp's Arctic Ale beer has a fascinating history. The history of this company can be traced back to the 1740s. Samuel Allsop acquired the brewery in 1807 in Horninglow Street. In 1859–60, Samuel Allsop constructed another brewery with a large malting tub which is close to the railway station and stretched till Horninglow Street. Throughout the 19th century, Allsop's brewing business was second only to Base in size. Samuel Allsop was the first to export Burton Pale Ale to India in 1822. By 1890 their output had reached 460,000 barrels. However, the 20th century was not so favorable for the company. In 1851 the Lords of the Admiralty invited all the great beer brewers to submit an ale to accompany Admiral Sir Edward Belcher's, in 1852 mission is to rescue Sir John Franklin, who had been lost whilst charting the Northwest Passage. During the beer test, Samuel Allsop and Sons won the prestigious commission and Belcher set sail with 540 gallons of Arctic ale. The beer was the strongest ever brewed by Allsops and was so viscous it had to be lifted out of the mash tun using buckets as it would not flow via the usual tap. The 1875 brew was sampled by brewing historian Alfred Barnard in 1888, who noted that the beer had a large amount of unfermentable sugar, making it also a valuable foodstuff. The beer was around 9% alcohol by volume with an original gravity of 1126 degree and was designed to withstand the extremes of the Arctic, remaining liquid even at temperatures of -41 degrees Celsius. This is one of the main reasons sailors always having Allsop's Arctic beer during their ship journey. This corked beer looks chestnut brown color with a touch of acidity. Cherries and tobacco flavor dominated, along with a raisin-like fruitiness in the background. It doesn't taste like a beer, more likely port or Madeira. Versions of Arctic Ale would continue to be brewed until modern times. In 1897 it was advertised at 7 shilling per dozen pint bottles and records show it was produced by Coop and Allsop in 1937. By 1956 the name had changed to Arctic Barley Wine. It keeps out the cold, according to the advertisement. However, in the 1970s it became known as AAA, with the 3 A's signifying Allsop's Arctic Ale. The story doesn't end there though. In 2007 a bottle of the 1852 brewing sold on eBay for $503,000. Yes, a few summers ago, a collector and budding investor from Tulsa, Oklahoma ended up making the ultimate beer purchase. He won the auction for a bottle of Allsop's Arctic Ale in which the seller made a typo mistake in his auction and spelt it, Allsops. The auction ended with very little interest and only 2 bids for the bottle that was obviously worth so much more than the winning bid of $304. To add insult to injury, the winning bidder turned around and listed the bottle again on eBay, but this time with the name spelled correctly, and got a whopping 157 bidders and a sale price of $503,300. This rare beverage, which was carried on the ship that was later turned into the U.S. President's desk in the White House, attracted 157 bids and eventually sold for $503,300. By losing one letter, P, the seller missed out on more than $500,000. I believe this fascinating history of Allsopp's Arctic Ale beer will be useful for your personal knowledge. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more video like this, subscribe my channel Hospitality Doodle and click the notification bell to get all my video updates.